So we started a private practice in a subspecialty medical clinic, and my husband had worked in a lot of big multi-specialty groups. He'd worked with hospitals, and so being part of large organizations, it was really important to him that he develop a really good office culture. And one thing that we were impressed with Project Connect was how simple it was. So it wasn't overwhelming to our staff that we were bringing on. Everything was given to us. So literally we could just sit down and do it, which time is money. That's important. A year ago was when we started using it, and we were very aware of several employees that were coming to our practice that were wonderful, had great potential, but they were coming from really toxic environments. So that was really concerning to us. So we started using Project Connect, and what was great about it was we did groups in the beginning, and then we decided to keep a 40-minute, it ends up being like 40-minute weekly meeting that we call our huddle. And there was, I will say, a tipping point though, where we're like, this is great, there's been a lot of benefit, but now we're getting really busy and we can't spend 40 minutes on this. And it was like, okay, we have to make a choice. And so I was a big fan of it. And I said, no, I really think that we need to keep this and that it's really important. And so it was a struggle. I mean, it's a struggle, right? To give up that time, especially when you could be seeing patients, you could be doing other things. And so we said, nope, we're going to stick with it and just see what happens. We are so glad that we did, because the feedback we got has been amazing. In our area, we don't have a lot of physicians that get Google reviews, and when they do, there's just a few of them. We have, I think now, I should have checked before, but like over 170 5-star reviews on Google, and most of them, my husband is so proud, do not mention him at all. It's about our staff. And so for us, I mean, there's a dollar value with that. We didn't do it for dollar value. We really did it for selfish reasons, because we wanted to work in a great environment like everybody else does. We want to feel connected at work. But then there was a monetary value that really, truly, our patients come in and see how happy our employees are, and they are treated with more respect and kindness. And we just see it. And so our office manager actually approached us about 3 months ago and just said, I've been in this industry for a long time, and what you do at those weekly meetings, she said, I've never seen this anywhere else. And she said, it works. And then she shared that we had just hired on a new employee who actually had never worked in medicine before and was young and had a hard day at work. And so the office manager was out in the hall and could hear them talking in the lounge area. And this employee said, I think I'm gonna go to another office. I want to try another job. And she was almost gonna walk in, but she didn't. And she said, as the group talked, she said it was instant. And all of the other employees said, go for it. You will never find this anywhere else. And they said, this doesn't happen anywhere else. And they said, whatever problems we're having, we can talk about things like you're respected, and they were using language that they learned in these weekly meetings. And so our office manager came back and shared that, and she said, I've never seen that happen before, where other employees are so quick to defend an organization. So that was huge. Things are hard. You're going to have difficult days. You're going to have things not go well. You're going to have big things happen, but it's having that foundation and that relationship that really supports what we're doing to be able to tackle those hard things and have people feel validated. And really, it really is Project Connect that has really helped us in that. It's really, the brilliance of it is how simple it is. And so my only thing is that it can seem like, oh, we don't need it anymore. No, you do. And I guess I can just, the last thing, what I also love is it's so simple that you really can give those other people in your organization opportunities to lead and take on some ownership, but it gives them a little opportunity for leadership that they may not normally have. And that's been really cool to see that as well. So developing employees as well, it works for that too. So when I first led it, I really wanted to get feedback from, is everyone on board? How does this feel? Answering questions in this way, this is different than what you've done. And overwhelmingly, at the beginning, everyone was a little nervous. And then it was overwhelming. We really like this. Like, this was fun. Like, it's fun. And then they will ask, are we going to do that again? Like, so they were saying, hey, are we going to do that this week? You know, so it became like an expectation, which is great feedback. Your organization has done such a great job to ask really great questions that lead to really great responses. So, and it makes sense. They're research backed. You know what you're asking, and so don't I look at this. I'm like, man, this would have taken so much time to try to come up with something like this, and to for a few minutes get such a great response, and to be able to have that every week and I don't have to put any time into it is amazing. The structure, it keeps, if you really do need to do it that certain way, because people get comfortable and that's how they open up, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant.